When students start revising Econ 2, one of the questions I'm asked most often of all is, what's the difference between the multiplier and the accelerator? This revision presentation will answer that question. Let's start with some definitions. We define the multiplier process as when an increase in aggregate demand causes a greater than proportional increase in national income. Now that greater than proportional bit is very, very important. Without that, it's not a multiplier. What we mean by that is, for example, the government increases aggregate demand by spending £2 billion on building new roads. And from that, we could actually get an increase in GDP of greater than that £2 billion. For example here, £3 billion. The reason why we'd get that is because building the new roads would not only create new aggregate demand directly through the government spending, but it would also create new jobs, the people who are building the roads, and they then have the extra income from those jobs. They go and spend that extra income, creating more consumer spending and further increases in aggregate demand. And that's a multiplier process that can carry on with further creations of jobs after that as well. The accelerator, on the other hand, we define as the positive relationship between national income and the level of investment in an economy. Notice here that we've got national income rather than any idea of greater than proportional, and also we're specifically here talking about the level of investment rather than just any old increase in aggregate demand. Why does it happen? Well, after the increase in national income, firms will have higher profits and higher confidence. They can take those higher profits and with that confidence spend money on expanding the business, creating new capital goods. That involves, of course, an increase in investment. So the real key difference for the first aspect is what causes what. And what I mean by this is, with our multiplier, we start at the increase in aggregate demand, and through the creation of new jobs and the creation of new national income, we then get extra spending that causes further increases in aggregate demand. But fundamentally, the cycle starts at the increase in aggregate demand. Instead, with our accelerator, it's a much more one-way relationship. Instead, here starting at the increase in national income and ending up at an increase in the component of aggregate demand, i.e. firm investment. Now, accelerator processes could lead into multiplier processes, but they're fundamentally different. One starts with the increase in aggregate demand, the other starts with the increase in national income. So a multiplier process would look like this, with the increase in investment coming first and the increase in national income coming second. And of course, because it's a multiplier, it's a greater than proportional increase in national income. Our accelerator, though, would look like this. Instead, here the increase in national income is coming first, and that's causing an increase in firm investment. So at one, an investment-led multiplier starts with investment, but the accelerator always causes investment. And like I said, the other key aspect is to do with that the accelerator must include investment. So if we have some increase in national income that causes increases in consumer spending, which could easily be part of a multiplier story, that's not an accelerator. And it's not an accelerator because it doesn't involve increases in investment. Instead, our kind of second category down here, where we have the increase in national income causing the higher investment, that then counts as our accelerator instead. It's involving investment, not just consumer spending.